Hey kids, today we're going to learn how to make the actual pegboard for our pegboard toy. So what we're going to do is create a new part. All of these instructions are available to you in the Word document, but for those of you that need a little visual assistance, here you go. So start new sketch, and we're going to make XY plane. The pegboard toy itself is a big rectangle extruded to 3 inches. So we are going to do a 2-point center rectangle, and starting right in the middle, we're going to draw this long, skinny rectangle. The height of the rectangle is 0.75 inches, and the length of it is 5.75. So that's what it looks like from the front. We can go ahead and finish sketch and change my view a little bit, and I'm going to extrude it to 3 inches. And that is our main platform. Now it needs 3 different holes in it, a circle, a triangle, and a square, so that our pegs can be inserted and the toy is functional. So how we do that is we start a new sketch, and we're going to place it right on the top of our pegboard. Okay. Now what I like to do is drop 3 points. So I'm going to choose my point tool up here, and I'm going to drop 1, 2, and 3 points. Now I need to dimension all 3 of those points. So I'm going to click on Dimension. Let's start with the one on the left. This one is from the point to the side. Needs to be 1 7/16. Looks just like that. Okay. Now we extruded this 3 inches, so from the point to the bottom needs to be half of 3 inches, which is 1.5 inches. So this point is extruded and ready to go. Let's jump over to the one on the right hand side. From the point to the side, just like the one on the other side, it should be 1 7/16. And from the point to the base, it should be 1.5 inches. Okay, our last point is the very center one. From that point to the base, it needs to also be 1.5 inches. And from that point to either the left or the right side needs to be half of our total length. So here's a trick that I haven't shown you guys yet. Our total length at the beginning was 5.75. Then you can put a slash, which means divided by, and we want it to be right in the middle, so we'll divide it by 2. And there it is. We have all 3 points. Now we can place our 3 shapes. On the left hand side, let's go ahead and drop a circle. You remember when we made our pegs, our circle had a diameter of 1 inch. And there we go. Let's jump over to the right hand side. On the right hand side, let's put our rectangle with a 2-point center rectangle. I'm going to click on that point. And if you remember when we made our rectangle peg, it had a length of 1 inch and a height of 1 inch. So we have 2 of them. The last one we need is our triangle peg. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to choose Polygon. Our triangle peg has 3 sides. I'm going to place it right on that center point. And when we made our triangle peg, we made sure the base was flat, so I'm going to do the same thing here. Once I see that the base is flat, I can place the triangle, and I'm going to choose the Dimension tool, and I want the base to the top of the triangle to be 1 inch tall. That'll make it an equilateral triangle. Okay. Now we need to make sure it's centered on the middle of our pegboard, and you can do that by pushing the escape button and getting out of the Dimension tool. Then what I can do is I can click and highlight this little center point and click Delete on my keyboard. Now it's still centered, we just can't see that measurement anymore. And what I want to do is click on the dimension box and go from the bottom of my pegboard to the bottom of the triangle, and I'm going to make it 1 inch away. Now all 3 shapes are evenly spaced on the pegboard, and I am done sketching. I know that was a lot of measurements, so please take your time and make sure everything is correct. It will really pay off in the end. So I'm done sketching. I'm going to click Finish Sketch. And if you haven't guessed it yet, all I need to do is extrude the 3 shapes. So I click Extrude, Circle, Triangle, Square, and I can click this center option, which is Cut, and there you have it. You have your pegboard, and you are in really good shape now. So go ahead and save that in the same folder as your pegs, and get ready to move on and create the ends. Best of luck,